Coming to the deep learning, where we'll talk about neural networks. So the neural networks are nothing but it's a brain mimicking systems. So we talk about neural networks where we can talk about this neural networks also can find like neurons. So where in the brain in our brain itself we have the neurons. So this entire neural network is a kind of where it will have the different type of activation functions. Using on that activation functions, backpropagation and will achieve the brain mimicking system. So, for example, brain mimicking system is nothing but brain can have multiple neurons that will also like that will do some parallel. It will do some so many works. Like it can see, it can smell, it can taste. Like these are the different type of these are the different type of neurons we have to get some understanding on what you have smelled. So the brain will get that smell, or any other organ in our body will get the smell, and the brain will pass something to talk about it. So where this neural network will also have the same kind of thing, where it have the multiple inputs and multiple middlewares and one output. So where these three things like inputs and outputs, using these things, we can able to understand the neural network fundamentals. And then we can coming to the CNNs, and then we can have the in the CNNs, and after that we will have the activation functions, where one of the ReLU is one of the good activation function where we can apply. So this is for deep learning. You have to do this deep learning because it will useful for image recognition and natural language processing, and it will be like if suppose, for example, if you take the GPT models, the current GPT models like chat GPT or Gen AI or any other model, you will write like every person can write like their own text, right? So maybe you can write something. If I ask, for example, if I want to ask a question, I can ask it like, what is the weather? And someone can ask in a different scenario, like I have here a cloudy weather. Can I expect a rain? So the two different prompting. So the prompting, we'll talk about the prompt engineering in the next slide. But coming back to this slide, so here what I'm telling you is like this natural language processing. So whatever the natural language you can speak with someone else, you can directly speak with that GPT. So for that kind of achievement, you need to go with this deep learning. So this deep learning is having so many different implementations. But if you are a fresher, we don't need to deep dive into this deep learning. But this deep learning is one of the thing where we can understand basic of neural networks, NLPs, and image recognitions. And also, there is a model called DALI. Everyone talk about GPT, but there is a model called DALI. So that is included in every GPT models like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and the other systems. So they are integrated this DALI. So that DALI is the model which develops an images. So if you ask a GPT, ChatGPT, or if you ask a Copilot to create create an image on this, so it will create an image, but the image will be created from DALI, not from the GPT model what we have seen. So that GPT model is integrated with the DALI. The DALI is an API. So this is how we'll go with this deep learning.